Hi everyone, and welcome to this video tutorial on chat and screen share. So as you might already be familiar, we have a built-in screen sharing function. You might have encountered the term screen sharing with video conferencing software and other VoIP type calling software and applications. In regards to Mavin, it's a little different, but generally the same concept, and I would like to think a heck of a lot cooler and even more useful, at least in the context of GIS. So let's dive right in. Now, admittedly, I'm in here by myself recording a video, and you're just going to have to bear with me in terms of me doing it solo and trying to explain a collaborative exercise, but you'll get the idea. I really just want you to know where to go to find screen share and chat and how they work and operate in Mavin's system. So we are here just outside of downtown Brooklyn. Forgive me for using the same maps over and over again, but it's a great one for getting a point across, like screen share. So you're going to want to come to this icon down here. You click it, and you will see the number of users online. Looks like we've already got some folks on here, and you would then type in whatever message you want in the chat. Now, you can use this just as a chat feature. You don't have to be using screen share's functionality, but you can certainly do that if you want to, and it's particularly useful when you're doing both at the same time, as you'll see in the example I'm about to explain. So, what is screen share? Screen share, when you join it by clicking this button, and I'm not going to do that alone, will allow you to move the map and make changes to the map that will be reflected on everyone else's screen who's on the map and who's logged into screen share. So anyone else who's clicked that button is going to see what you're doing. And the idea here is to create a collaborative mapping experience. So what do I mean by that? Well, we'll start with the basics. Let's say I want to let people know where I live. And I'm admittedly going to go a block off of where I actually live. Not that I don't trust you guys. But I live around here. And I want Katie and Brock and whoever else on my team to know where I live. Just drop a dot right there. And it will now appear on the map for myself and for all of them. Now, to be very, very clear, this is a markup. These are markups up here, and by markup I mean that I'm just annotating the map. I'm just adding notes. That is not an actual feature. Whereas, let's see, to give you an example here, see this white dot? That denotes a subway station, and I can turn it on and off. That's a real point there, and it has data on it and a whole bunch of other stuff. And you'll see there's other points. Those are all the subway points in the subway point file called subway stations. Now, maybe I want to put another dot here to let them know where my friend lives. And forgive me for this terrible example. I could then make a line between the 2 points and then make a polygon around the general area in which we'll be working, or just what we'll be discussing, or what have you. Regardless of the scenario, the key here is that I can use screen share to highlight things on the map using points, lines, and polygons, and have everyone else see that. So imagine whiteboarding, but on everyone's screen and with a map. And most importantly, the zoom level I'm at and the part of the map that I'm working on will be reflected on their screens. I mean, what I just did right there, it would be totally worthless if Katie or Brock were ending up over here on Flushing Avenue and I'm trying to tell them about something over here in Clinton Hill. They also can add points, and we can do so in a series of workspaces as well. So what I mean by that is I could be adding annotations to this. Imagine them like Photoshop layers, or even map layers almost, but for markups. So I can be adding markups, and then I can start a new layer essentially that we call a workspace, and that will have different markups. These will disappear because they're saved to the old workspace, and you can then toggle between them. In regards to screen share, like I said, the key here is that you can chat along with your group, anyone can move the map, and anyone can be making marks and changes to the map. This way, you're not on the phone trying to figure out if you are, for lack of a better term, on the same page, no pun intended, and to get a very clear sense of where everyone's at in regards to a particular aspect or phase of a mapping project. Now, obviously, with something like a Google Doc or another text document, it's not that hard. You say go to page 43, and everyone turns to page 43. We would like to think that Screenshare solves that same problem, but for maps, which have many scales, a near infinite number of features, and a lot more going on than a page-by-page document of text. So I'm going to go ahead and delete those. So I don't want to leave them there. And that's done. And again, just one last time so you really see what I'm saying. And I hit the point home for you. I'm moving this on my screen. That's reflected on everyone else who's in the screen share session. I move it to here, they now see this. I make lines, they now see this. And the list goes on. And as soon as you want to turn it off, right now, I'll actually join so you can see. You would then just click Leave Screen Share. There you have it.